Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, so we are group 5. Our topic today is effective foreign language teaching perceptions of prospective English language teachers. Okay, so the members are actually 4: Alda Chani Ananta, Atarik Adini Lakri, Putih Kairani, and Rizky Octaviano. But unfortunately, guys, Alda cannot join us today. Okay, without any further ado, the first speaker, time is yours.
Thank you, Rizky. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, I will to present about abstract. Next. Abstract is studies conducted so far have mainly focused on investigating the characteristic of effective foreign language teacher to understand the role of teacher effectiveness in the process of language learning. Well, there is a scarcity of studies focusing on the perception of the characteristic of effective foreign language teaching of the student of Department of English Language Teaching, ELT, and Department of English Language and Literature, who are the major candidates of English language teaching professional in Turkey. Next. Introduction. Yes. Every student has the right to get the most effective education. However, what makes an educational environment or practice effective is a billion question, as it is influenced by many factors, one of which is the teacher, who is at the very center of education. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, the first speaker. So the next material will be presented by the second speaker. The second speaker, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator. I will continue the next material about literature review. Next.
Wait. Wait, there's a problem. The slide is thick. Okay, let me stop share first, and then we continue. There you go.
Okay, I will continue. First, Bros investigated the characteristic of effective language teacher as prescribed by foreign language teacher and student is in Israel with a questionnaire and interviews. The following characteristic emerged from this study. First, knowledge and command of the target language. Second, ability to organize, explain, and clarify, as well as to arouse and sustain interest and motivation among students. Three, fairness to students by showing neither favoritism nor prejudice. And the last, availability to students. Next. Barnes and Locke investigated attribute of effective lecturer of English as a foreign language as practiced by student in a Korean university. So a free writing instrument with 105 students to write about the attribute of effective English as a foreign language, or EFL lecturer. For the result of the study indicate that first, a student feel that lecturer to student report is essential to build an atmosphere of respect and understanding in ELF class. Second, existing and prospective lecturer so know that the degree of lecturer enthusiasm and preparation are very obvious to student and major factor influencing classroom atmosphere and motivation. Three, this very views about the type and level of error correction. And the last, existing and prospective ELF practitioner should be aware that student appreciate their effort to employ a participator approach. And next, about WeChat and Orawi Watanakul collected data with a questionnaire from 192 a student at Bangkok University. The result of the study indicate that both low and high proficiency student rate effective language teacher skill. And next, Salasos and Haji Zadeh, a time to shed a light on the characteristic of effective EFL. Instructor took a 58-item questionnaire in Iran. They listed some of the most important feature of an effective and successful EFL teacher as following: having interest in his or her job, being enthusiastic and lively, and being self-confident. Next, Brown investigated approximately 1,600 students and 49 teacher perspective of effective foreign language teaching took a 24-item questionnaire at the University of Arizona. The result of this study indicate that the students are in favor of a grammar-based approach, where the teacher prefer a more communicative classroom. Next, about Arkan Tazer and Saras Zuzer investigated conceptualization of an effective English language teacher of Turkish learner of EFL. Their study concluded that an effective teacher is a friendly, young, enthusiastic, creative, and humorous person whose gender is not important. Next, Arkan investigated the ideal and actual characteristic of an effective English language teacher from the perspective of prospective and in-service teacher of English mixed method study. Stimson and Maggie investigated the perfection of 31 and immediate student of English and 30 participant English teacher academic and English teacher candidate. The result of this qualitative investigation related that students expect their teacher to speak English all the time. And the last, Cormac and Yavuz explored the competition are required to be an effective teacher of English from the perspective of four-year ELT student teacher. I'm sorry, for the last, actually, Arkan and Kanar asked about the qualities they believe to be the characteristic of a successful English language teacher. So a survey to 998 undergraduate students who are taking English course at the state university in Turkey, and the result showed that the student gave the high score to attribute of being fair and that. Next slide. First, design. In design, this study is a quantitative survey. Signed it comprised of data collection to a questionnaire aiming to describe the perception of pre-service EFL teacher regarding the characteristic of effective English language teacher as gay, males, and Iranian state survey. Research can be used to gather information about a group belief, attitude, behavior, and demographic composition. Next. Okay, this is the uh, data about participant distribution of the participant by department, gender, and age. You can see in this table. Next. In instrument, effective teacher questionnaire was utilized in order to collect data from ELT and ELNL students. The questionnaire comprised 24 like type items, which are anchored at one, strongly disagree, two, disagree, three, agree, and four, strongly agree. Next. And the last for me about data collection. Data collection comments with informing the participant about completely voluntary nature of the study. Ethical issues were taken into consideration in order not to give any harm to anyone. They were told they could withdraw whenever they wanted. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, speaker number two. Okay, I'll continue the last material about the result. Results concerning the prospective English language teachers' perceptions of effective foreign language teaching are given in this section of the study. As the data of the study comes from a Likert type questionnaire filled in by the participants of the study, it was analyzed by using statistical procedures, namely independent samples, analysis of variance, and post hoc analysis using the SCAF attack by means of SPSS 16 software. Okay, take a look to table number 2, a comparison of the mean survey scores across genders. An independent samples t-test was conducted to evaluate whether participants' mean scores differed across genders at statistically significant levels. The t-test results indicated that there was not a significant difference between females and males with regard to the mean scores. In order to test whether daytime and nighttime students' mean scores differed at statistically significant levels, an independent sample t-test was conducted again. The t-test results indicated that there was a significant difference between daytime students and nighttime students with regard to the mean scores. An independent samples t-test was conducted again to test whether ELT and ELNL students' mean scores for the questionnaire items differed. The t-test results indicated that there was a significant difference between ELT students and ELNL students with regard to the mean scores in favor of the former. Before carrying out one-way ANOVA analysis, homogeneity of variances and normality of distribution of data assumptions were checked, and it was found that the scores in the data sets were normally distributed and variants were equal. This ensured that ANOVA could be carried out. A one-way analysis of variance revealed that participants' mean scores did not significantly differ with respect to their GPA scores. Okay, next, take a look to table 3, a comparison of the mean survey scores across departments. Although GPA, high school graduation, and age did not have a statistically significant difference in participants' mean scores, the participant scores differ significantly with respect to grade level. To grade level, Post hoc analysis using the SCIF test revealed that the mean surface scores of third-year students were significantly higher than those of the first-year students. These findings suggested that as grade levels of the participants get higher, their perceptions of effective teacher of English change, and they expect more effective teacher skills from their teachers. Also, it must be noted that this finding may suggest that as a grade level get higher, they become acquainted with more lecturers who have various characteristics as teachers, and the students can be modeling them. They may have a better understanding of the teacher characteristics. Okay, next. Okay, so this is the discussion and conclusion. In this study, we aim to gather data on how Turkish prospective ELT teachers perceive characteristics of an effective foreign language teacher, the difference of the courses with regard to content and quantity of credits taken during their studies at the departments may cause different perceptions of effective foreign language teachers. This variation in perceptions about teaching a foreign language communicatively versus traditional method favoring grammar-based approaches may stem from the educational backgrounds of the students, as in Turkey there is a considerably number of teachers of English favoring to teach with an emphasis on grammatical structures and form of the language. So, I think that's all for me. It means we have done our presentation. Thank you to speaker 1 and speaker 2, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, moderator.